We're moving, we're vibing. While we're talking, you can get your laugh on. Watch the channel of a video. And subscribe, like and follow. Chillin' with the girls, with the girls, the girls, with the girls. Chillin' with the girls, with the girls, with the girls, with the girls. Chillin' with the girls.
Woohoo! 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 Hello out there in virtual land. Welcome to another episode of Chillin' with the Girls.
Yes.
We are in season 3, episode 4. Wow. So I'm Tawanda.
You turn up your volume. You think your volume is turned up on your? Because we can hear you.
And now I can hear you.
Okay. Try again. Take it away, Tawanda. I was again. Wow. Hello out there in virtual land. Welcome.
Yes.
Episode of Chillin' with the Girls. We are in season 3, episode 4.
Wow.
And I'm Tawanda.
I'm Tish. Like and join the conversation.
I'm Mary. Don't forget to share and hit the notification bell.
And I'm Mel. So on tonight's show, we have with us our returning guest. Oh my goodness. And she's so beautiful. She's so gorgeous. She's like, who am I talking about? It's you, boo. Shantee McPhee. Yes. Okay, so we had her with us like a couple of weeks ago, and the conversation was just so full. I was just so full. My stomach was hurting because it was so much great information. No, my stomach was really hurting too. And I didn't eat that day either. So
In the world.
you're gonna get in trouble now. So I mean, the conversation was so good. And we was like, Shantee, you just have to come back. You have to come back. We didn't finish because I think we stopped like at the tail end of the show. It was actually 7:00 point 3 seconds or something like that. I mean, so we're going to continue the conversation. Yes. So we're going to turn it to you again, Shantee. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yes, I've been talking about her. Yes.
I was trying to do this Facebook thing. So
Okay. So you're going to go. Are you on our page?
no, I need to go to your page.
Yes, because you have to get the video and then share the video to your page.
Okay.
I mean, you know what? I can share it to your page. Never mind. You just go ahead and talk about whatever you need. I'll take care of that.
Oh, okay. And then all righty. So then do I need to close Facebook up now?
You can if you like. Yeah.
Oh, hey. Let me one time and I got it. All righty. And I can focus on really what it is. But I thought if you're sharing it to my page, like, are they able to see it live if I okay it?
Yeah.
They should.
So then I maybe need to stay logged in until you share it.
No, you're fine. I just shared it to your page.
Okay.
Give it 1 second.
Yes.
Because I know usually for anyone to post on my page, they have to get it. I have to
permission.
review it first.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Do you see it on there?
Not yet.
Okay, you may take a second or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, but the conversation was so good. We were talking about was it plant-based?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. And that was
plant-based.
and I was thinking about that. Well, I'm not there yet. So I need to be delivered. But
It's okay. One day at a time.
One day at a time. And that stuck with me too. Because when you were saying don't make the drastic change or whatever, because you're not going to stick with it if you do it that way. So
That's
you have
correct.
to, gradually do it, get into eating healthy, and then, but don't stop, keep on doing that and keep on eating right. And then you add exercise and, all of that kind of stuff until it becomes a habit. So I remember you talking about that.
That's good. You did your homework, Mal. That's great. That is absolutely great. And you know what? That's so true. And that's one of the things that I always try to share with my client, not to put so much pressure on yourself, because usually if you put so much pressure on and you get all this anxiety, usually you're going to fail. You are, because you're so afraid that, what if I don't do this? What if I don't do that? And you're looking for these huge changes to happen overnight, and it's just not going to happen. So I always tell people you just need to be very realistic about what you're doing. It's this book that my husband and I absolutely love, and we've read it years ago. And he actually took it with us when we were on vacation, and it's called The Slight Edge. And it talks about the little changes that add up to be a lot. And it's so befitting because it does. Just making the small changes, whether it's in your diet, is in your physical activity, can really change a lot. And usually when you do those small changes, turn out to be something big. And you'll look back in hindsight and say, oh my goodness, I remember when. And so, that's why the person that says, oh, I want to lose 20 pounds a month, that's pretty much unrealistic. You may do it, but it's most likely you're going to get it right back. You're going to gain it right back. And if you don't, it will come back because you didn't lose it the right way. But when you take that time and say, hey, listen, I just want to lose maybe 2 pounds a week, 1 to 2 pounds a week, you're talking about anywhere from 4 to 8 pounds in a month. But if you multiply that times 12, what do you get?
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's called the compound effect. So just doing a little bit at a time, That's it. Just taking baby steps and things like that. It really makes a world of difference. And that's why I believe that people tend to fail a lot, because they put these huge unrealistic expectations on themselves, and they just fall by the wayside, or they fall right back into a pattern. We all are guilty of. I'm guilty too. One of my patterns is the sugar addict. I go through this period where I'm not consuming sugar. I'm still in that phase, even though I went on vacation and things like that. I was still watching my sugar intake, even being there. I didn't even eat. If you look on Facebook, you'll see that they gave me like this little birthday thing, said happy birthday, but I didn't even eat it. That was just for show. No, I didn't eat it, and I didn't have a desire for it. So I've learned also, when you don't have a craving and a desire for it, don't eat it just to be eating it. No. Even today we had potluck at my job, and it was someone's birthday, and they were like, Shantee, go, they got cake, they got this, they got that. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm just going to go down to the cafeteria. I'll get something. And I was good. So a lot of times we fall into those patterns. So I'm in a great pattern right now where it's like, nope, you're not doing sugar. You're not doing sugar, Shantee. You're sticking to it. You're not doing it. And then it might be one small little thing that will cause a trigger. And that's why I try not to consume sugar when I'm really trying to be conscientious, because I know my triggers, and that's what's really important too. Even with you trying to change the way you eat, change your physical activity, you need to find out what your triggers are. You really do, because it's going to happen, and you need to know how to deal with it before it happens. And so I know that I could eat a cupcake and then it is on. And it's from Fresh Bakery in Owens Mills. It's like, don't even go.
Don't even say that.
It is a trigger for me. And
Where is
it?
No, Tish, don't tell her. Shantee, do not tell Tish where it is.
I'm not, but she's going to Google it.
Don't say the name again.
She's going to Google it. So, yeah. So again, just knowing what your triggers are, and then knowing what you're going to do to help to assist you with that trigger. You may not be able to avoid it, but what steps can you put in place to help you? So one of the things that I know, if I'm craving and I want something, I will necessarily, if I'm really thinking about it for days, I'll just say, you know what, Shantee, just go ahead and get it. And don't beat yourself up about it. Go ahead. And be done. Because sometimes when you withhold for so long, you wind up binging and then overindulging.
That's so true.
So you got to give yourself grace, and you got to be able to be realistic about that. Okay, Shantee, you can have a cupcake, but that doesn't mean you can have 3 cupcakes. And that doesn't mean that you can have one every day, but you can have one for this day. So you may designate, which some people do, they designate a cheat day. Or they say, you know what, for my reward of losing this amount of pounds, I'm going to reward myself for this. So you got to find out what you can do. And if you're really trying to refrain from just even going that route, then, you know, like for me, if I'm craving something really bad, one thing that I will do, I will drink plenty of water, because a lot of times we may be dehydrated. And so we really need to just drink to kind of flush out our system. And then another thing, what I do as well, I'll brush my teeth. I brush my teeth, brush my tongue off, just to make sure I'm not having anything in my mouth that's going to make me crave. And I will use mouthwash, like a mint mouthwash of some sort, like Listerine or something that's really strong. And if all else fails, the next thing is go to bed. Just go to bed.
Yes, go to sleep.
Yeah, go to bed.
Right. Exactly, because don't watch no TV.
I'll take a New York minute. If I'm hungry and I don't feel like cooking anything, was like, girl, go to sleep.
Just go to sleep. And some people say, I can't sleep when I'm hungry.
Oh, I can't.
It's not necessary that you're hungry. You're just trying to pretty much fight that craving that you so desperately want to give into. And so it may not be like I'm not hungry, but I will sleep if I'm hungry too. I don't have a problem. Like I'm like, shoot, what's more important, sleep or being fed? Well, in my book, it's sleep.
Mine
is a priority. Some people that's not.
That's mine. I tell my stomach, shut up, stop growling, and we going to sleep.
Exactly. I'm not paying you any mind. You might as well just get comfortable because you're not getting anything else. And you know what was so important? You said the most important thing: self-talk.
Okay.
What do you say when you talk to yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you say when you talk to yourself? Are you telling yourself no? Exactly. Yeah. Oh my God, girl, calm down. I'll tell myself, quick, girl, you need to calm down because you're not getting nothing. You know what I mean? One thing, I literally jack myself up in the air. Girl, get yourself together. You are not getting anything. Let's not go there, okay? So you need to just go to sleep, rinse your mouth out, and just be quiet because you're not getting nothing. Okay, you heard me?
Y'all are better than I am. I'll go downstairs and get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
No, I tell my stomach be growling sometimes. No, you ain't getting nothing. Go to sleep. And then I lay down and I go to sleep. I will lie down and I will go to sleep. I'm fine. I ain't died. I woke up the next morning. I'm still alive.
Exactly. I'm with you, but you know what, Mel? That is one of my favorite go-tos, though. I will listen. I had that last night for dinner. I just did peanut butter. I don't even put the jelly on because of the sweetness, but I will do the peanut butter so fast, girl, because that's protein. I will do that so fast. Yep, and not think nothing of it. Yep.
That's what I did.
That's good because you got your protein and it's going to be more filling than if you would add the jelly, which is, you know, really something with empty calories and it's sweet and it's going to make you want something more sweet. So it's just not so I'll do peanut butter quickly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Y'all pray for me because I'm not there yet. You know,
that's okay.
I used to be because Shantee can contest to that. I used to be. I was real good, but I fell off the wagon and rolled down the hill and I hit my head on the rock.
So Mel, let me ask you this: did you talk to yourself though, like she was saying, like Shantee was saying?
Not like that. I think I'm too nice to myself.
What did you say, Mel?
You're not aggressive. You're not aggressive.
I'm like, Mel,
you're not aggressive.
I'm like, Mel, are you supposed to do? Well, just one not gonna hurt.
No, Mel, you have to jack yourself up. Look.
See, I don't know.
Get it together. Get it together because you're not getting nothing. Go sit down somewhere. Yeah.
But it's like everything in life. Like even like if you don't feel like doing the laundry, girl, you better get up here and wash these clothes because they piling up on you now. Get your butt up out that bed.
Yes.
You do have to talk to yourself.
I had this one friend who she was an older friend too, and she said she would get out that bed and she would say, "Look, you better go make up that bed." I said, "Make up that bed before you leave out of this room." Did you hear me? You better go. And she would go make up the bed.
I get it.
Because if she didn't talk to herself, she might not do it.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
So I want to know.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was going to say, another thing we will do as well. And I heard a lady saying this today, and I said, that's so true. She said, we're so good at talking ourselves out of things. You don't want to exercise? Talk, girl, you can do it tomorrow. You tired. You went to work today. Girl, give yourself a rest. That gym ain't going nowhere. You'll be fine. Girl, relax. You worked really hard today at work. You don't feel like lifting that up? No. Girl, you'll be fine tomorrow. And then you'll say the same thing tomorrow, and it just keeps going on. And that's a pattern. We'll talk ourselves right out of it. I know I need to be working out, but you know what? Girl, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm tired. You don't know what I had to go through today. Oh my God. Nope.
Wow.
That's true.
Right.
Yes.
We need help.
Y'all need help.
Right. So
I started working out. When was it? Last year. I was doing so good. I was working out like in the mornings. I found a couple of videos. The 5-mile walk. I was doing that, and then I was doing working out with Joe, whatever it's called, that exercise thing I was telling Toya about now. Something with Joe, and I was doing so good, and I don't know what happened to me. Like I was up like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. I had my outfit on. I had my tennis shoes, and I was going at it every morning. Then I just stopped. So I don't know what happened. My son was like, "Mom, you need to see my trainer." But I'm like,
but you know what, Tish? I remember something Shantee said the last time she was here. She said you have to know your why. So if you know your why, if you're just doing it just because 9 times out of 10, whatever, you may fall off the wagon or something. But if you have a why, a reason why you're doing that, that's going to motivate you, because you want to reach that goal. You have something in mind. So you have to have that, when you're trying to, change your habits and, all of that kind of stuff. So.
And I think what happened when I got sick, I lost a lot of weight too, because my why I was trying to get at this, goal. So when I lost weight due to my sickness, it was like COVID or something, I lost a lot of weight and went past my goal. It was bad. So now I think that's probably why I stopped and wasn't motivated anymore. You know what I mean? So I want to put on healthy weight though. How do you put on healthy weight?
Oops, I apologize.
Okay.
I apologize. My dog got in my room and I didn't want to jump up in the midst of the thing. Princeton, I need for you to be quiet. I'm going to put you out very fast.
I love that. That's fine. We're having a conversation.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, right. Because mommy will put you out real fast.
That's that time I had the dogs on the show before.
Okay, well, he's usually good though. Okay. Yes. So you were saying about the why, and I was saying, yes, you have to have a reason as to why you're doing this. And you're saying, how do you put on healthy weight?
Yeah.
Well, if you're trying to put on healthy weight, a lot of things that can help happen. Drinking protein shakes are very good. And so what you want to do is increase your calorie intake, but you want to make sure that you're putting on healthy calories, as you stated.
Right.
So if you're eating 3 meals a day, I don't know if you do. I don't really eat 3 meals necessarily 3 times a day, but you can definitely do some great snacking in between and incorporate a few smoothies during your workday or during the day. And you can load it up with different types of things. Peanut butter, your protein powder in there. You can use regular, well, I don't drink regular milk, but if you drink regular milk, you can. Whole milk if you want to, because that's going to add on as well. You can add avocado. Again, you can be as creative as possible. You can put, of course, your greens and things like that. Now that'll just run right through you. But
You know?
adding the protein and adding some other things to that is always good. In between, like I stated, just snacking on healthy snacks, not necessarily junk food, but looking to do that is great. But another thing that you can do, which is really, really good, you said you're trying to, so you lost weight and you want to put weight back on.
Yes.
So what is your normal, do you know what your normal weight is? And do you know your BMI?
Well, it was normal. My normal weight when I got my physical last year, everything was normal. It was like when COVID
Okay.
hit me, you know, I didn't
Okay.
eat for a week and stuff. And then you know how you go through stuff in life and you just don't, you have an appetite. And so my normal weight was like 130. And I wanted to do 120. I wanted to get to 125 because that was my weight when I was younger. And so
That
I
was mine
went,
too.
it went all the way down to Shantee was 116. And so now it's like 118, 120. Like I can't even get back up to my 130. And so another thing, you shrink your stomach when you don't eat. You shrink your stomach, and I don't like that full feeling because I cut myself off before I get really full and sick on the stomach because I don't like that feeling. But when you do that, you're stretching your stomach, right? When you're eating over, and I can't eat over it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's why I'm having problems, you know, getting back to my 130 or 125.
Yeah. You said something which is important too. Like I can't stand being full either. When we were away, we ate 3 meals a day almost, and it really put like we were like, "Oh, I don't like this feeling." We woke up in the morning feeling full from like the night before. Like,
Right.
oh my
Wow.
God.
Really?
Yeah, because we're not used to eating 3 meals a day. We really aren't. And we weren't even eating a lot of food. A lot of times the meals that we were eating, I would leave food on my plate because I would like, no, I'm getting full. This is, I'm good.
Right.
But if you're consuming a lot of carbs too, you'll gain weight. You can eat some carbs, eat some bread, eat some pasta. Yeah, you can gain weight real fast. Get on them carbs and watch yourself grow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
that.
Do some carbs. Carbs will definitely cause you to gain weight.
Wow.
That's everybody probably would want that problem to try to gain weight. As my husband, my husband always trying to gain weight, but because he always say, "You keep trying to lose weight." I said, "I'm not trying to lose weight. I just want to maintain and stay toned. That's it. I don't even have a goal,
Right.
But yeah, eat carbs. Get yourself some carbs, and in between, do smoothies and 3 meals a day. You can do 6 meals a day. And
I eat 1 meal a day right now.
Oh, there you go, right there. Then
I know, but I'm saying like that's all I can take in right now is just 1 meal a day. It might be like if I do a big lunch, then I'm not going to eat dinner. You know what I mean? If I skip breakfast and lunch, then I'll eat dinner, and that's it. Like, and I have a smoothie now. I got one from Smoothie Cafe. I got that today, but I didn't drink all of it. You know, I just had some of it because I was getting full. So
I eat breakfast. Take just a little.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say in the morning, eat a peanut butter sandwich.
Okay.
You got bread, 2 slices of bread, put some peanut butter on it. Eat that with some milk. Okay.
Okay.
For lunch, eat what you normally would eat for lunch. Take a smoothie with you for an evening snack. Drink your smoothie. But for dinner, do some carbs like spaghetti, with the pasta. Do some spaghetti and eat some Italian bread with it. Or, any type of bread that you can put butter, because I'm a bread person, but I stay away from it. But you set bread anywhere near me, it's like I will demolish it. So, but those things like that, you will gain weight. Trust me. And it's not necessarily unhealthy, because you're not getting empty. You're not getting empty calories like you would with junk food or.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to eat snacking on cheesecake and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly, but eat yourself some like the noodles and pasta, and as I stated, like bread and stuff like that, rice. Yep. You're not diabetic, are you?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'm healthy. Like I just had that problem with COVID and then lost all that weight and never put it back on.
Right. Yeah, but start doing that and watch and see what happens.
Do
Okay.
you suggest brown rice or any kind of rice?
You know what?
Brown rice.
It's such a it's so many different myths about brown or white rice. First, I heard that, you know, brown rice, you know, of course, everything is eat brown, you know, and stuff like that. But a lot of times now they're saying that white is better than brown. And yeah,
Really?
because of the gluten and things like that, especially even in bread with, you know, because we were taught eat wheat bread or things like that. I'm hearing things now
Yeah, wheat bread.
that that's not necessarily the best.
Yeah.
The white bread isn't good, period. But I'm hearing so many different things when it comes to brown. You know, it's always something. Like
Yeah.
first you told us this, now you told us that. Now which one do we get?
I
You
don't know
know,
what to believe anymore.
So what about like
exactly.
whole grain? What about whole grains?
Yeah, so they said, you know, as far as whole grains and things like that, but you have to look because wheat bread is not it.
Yeah, that's
Whole
right.
grain bread is not the same as wheat bread.
Right.
And then I always say this, if you consume things in moderation, I just think it's better. That way, if a person is telling you this or the science is saying that, then later on they come back and say, oh, no, it's not good. It's like, well, I didn't consume a lot of it anyway, you know?
Right.
But I always say things in moderation, really, because you just really don't know because there's so many different science that
That's
comes,
true.
you know, behind what they said first. Oh, no, now we just did a research to show that it actually isn't the best thing. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's
That's true.
science is always changing. It's always changing. And that's why one of the reasons why I chose plant-based because of the fact that I just thought my options were better. I did. I just figured I couldn't go too wrong with vegetables. I couldn't go as long as they're not GMO. You know, I couldn't go wrong with fruit as long as they're not GMO. I had better options that way, opposed to, you know, really consuming meat where it's just too much going on. I
Right.
think my chances are better. Yeah, I mean, I might have to deal with some pesticides, but you know, you try to do organic so you don't have to deal with that. But you know, as someone said to me before, but how do you know if it's truly organic?
That's
Yeah.
true.
They can tell you it's organic,
I
but if
think that
you weren't there to pick it, how would you know?
Yeah.
and I think it isn't because organic is the trend now. Since it is, then everybody's trying to say their stuff organic and want to charge you. I don't believe them. I really don't believe
And I
them.
still don't buy it. It's too much money.
And
And
one
I
thing
still
too,
feel good.
have you found like like if you get organic fruit, it's like a lot smaller than the other fruit. Have you found that? Like grapes, if you get organic grapes or organic, it's like smaller than like those really big giant
It's
grapes.
blurry. You sound blurry.
Oh,
Okay, I can
okay.
hear you now.
So I was saying,
Hmm.
do you find that the organic fruit is smaller than the big fruit?
The regular fruit.
Right.
Yeah. Do you ever see that? Like if you say organic grapes, it seems like they're really, really small grapes, but then the other grapes are real huge.
On
Like giant.
steroids, like
Yeah, have you seen that or do you find that?
Yeah, because they're genetically modified.
Mhm.
A lot of these fruits and vegetables are genetically modified. They GMO. You just don't know because you're like, what in the world? How could this be so big?
yeah,
Or fruits that you never heard of. You know,
Yeah.
it's just so much behind it, unfortunately, that you can't trust. You
yeah,
just try, you just pray over your food. You
right.
really do just pray over your food. Make sure you wash your veggies and your fruit off really, really good. Don't just rinse it off, really wash them off really good and just hope and pray that
Yeah.
you're not consuming something that is literally poisonous to your system because I believe we discussed last week that certain foods that are allowed here in America is not allowed in other places.
Wow.
Like Doritos is not allowed in some other countries because it's considered poisonous. Just
Wow.
Oh, wait
Doritos.
a minute. What?
That is incredible.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. Just
Wow.
simple,
That's
something simple like
poison.
that. It is not allowed in other countries because
Poison,
it has been
poisoning
shown
us.
to be carcinogens and
Wow.
poisonous,
That is
literally.
incredible. Wow. But you
Yeah,
know what?
they leave everything up to us, and they say it's the land of the free, and because we
Mhm.
can make our own decisions, but a lot of the decisions that they're allowing us to make is killing us.
Yeah.
You know, they figure, you know, same thing with so many other things that they are allowing. But I always say it's about the economic status. As long as they
Absolutely.
can make money from it,
That's right.
your
Yep.
health is going to be on
True.
the back burner. And you
Yeah.
have to advocate for yourself.
Right.
And you have to make those best decisions, even though, you know, the country isn't doing that for us. You have to make the best decision. And I think we also discussed how so many people now are growing their own food. That's
Mhm.
true. A lot of people are growing their own herbs and their own fruits and vegetables and things like that because they just can't trust it. And that's being very proactive and
Right.
literally taking, you know, a full advantage of your health and really making sure that you get the best. You know, that's
Yeah,
really
we
when you
used to
take
do
full
that.
responsibility
Yeah.
to be able to do that. I'm not a culture farmer
We
or
used to
anything
do
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
I just know my husband said that's what he wants to do in the backyard, that he wants to this year he said he would do it, that he wants to plant a few things, you know, and I'm like, yeah, that would be good.
Wow.
It'll
We did
save you
that.
money and
Yeah.
it'll definitely you can see what's yours, what you actually grew and eat fresh. And
So
heck,
Yeah.
my OBGYN doctor did that. And when I tell you that that man looks like he is aging backwards, I think he's like 82 now, and he still works full time as a OBGYN. And
Wow.
every time I see him, he literally said, "Yeah, Shantee, I eat out my garden. I just eat out my garden." And he lost so much weight. He looks so young and
Wow.
still is working full time as
Wow.
a OBGYN and delivering babies.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their
Yep.
daddy did the garden. The
Yeah.
girls,
We
your
did.
Yep.
daddy did that garden.
Yeah. We did
Mhm.
collards. We plant. Yeah. My
String
dad.
beans,
We did everything.
cucumbers,
Mhm.
I think we did radishes and
we planted.
yes, yes.
Wow.
But it's
Yes.
my neighbor like down the street, they have a hen. And now they're starting to put a garden in their yard as well. I was
Yep.
like, wow.
Yep.
Want to get some chickens, like the
That's what I
neighbors.
was about to say.
I
That was the
say
next
about my
move.
neighbors because they all had farm animals.
Yep. Yep.
They had
There's a lot of
goats
people
for real.
buying
They got
chicken.
goats. They got chicken, and they sell
Yep.
eggs like right down the
Yep.
street. You know, and
Mhm.
I was like, I got a goat. Then they bought one cow. Now they have some goats. Look about
Yep.
really,
You're right. Yep. But that's what
they
people are
built
doing.
yeah, they built the chicken coop and everything the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yep. That's what
Yeah, I
a
want
lot
good
of
chickens.
people are doing. Yep. They sure are. So listen, and I don't blame them. I really don't, because again, I just believe, you know, I used to work in hospice, and they were just saying at one point in time how the cancer rate had increased drastically. And the only thing they could really contribute to was, of course, the food. From 20 years ago, where it was rarely that people was dying of cancer. Now it's like it's a drastic, just
Yeah.
a unbelievable number
Yeah.
of people dying from cancer.
Yeah.
And I mean so many different types of cancer where you're like, cancer, what? I can get a
yeah.
cancer in my eye. I can get cancer in
Yeah.
my ear. When I used to work in hospital, I used to get so many diagnoses where I had never heard of certain cancers, where I'm like, what? How do you get cancer? I mean, just unbelievable, where it was kind of unheard of 20 years ago, 20, 25 years ago. Now it's become literally something that is almost of the norm. The
Wow.
numbers had increased drastically
Oh my
for
goodness.
cancer.
Well, have y'all ever heard of people dying from eye drops?
Yeah, I heard about that on the news the other day.
Isn't that
No.
something? Going
What?
blind for eye drops.
Artificial tears.
Yeah.
Really?
They
the
said no
world?
one.
They say
They
3
said
people
no one
died.
in. They said no one in the U.S. has died, but they wanted to let us know that a few people did. It was contaminated with some type of bacteria. Some people have lost their eyesight. Yeah. So they said just be mindful that they haven't had anything in the United States, but just be mindful of it. And of course, when you put your eye drops in, do not have the tip to touch your eyeball.
Yeah.
That's right.
That is so
They
crazy.
have this new drug on. It's been on the commercials about these eye drops, and you don't
Years,
wear
yeah.
eyeglasses anymore, and it takes the blur away. And then they say Now, if you suddenly lose your vision, contact your doctor. Why would I even use that? That's crazy. Why would I even use that? You know,
yeah.
man.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
So look, you guys, I don't have that issue with I'm losing weight and stuff because I was sick and all that kind of stuff, and I need to eat stuff. But I need help with that. I mean, some people out here don't have that story. I don't have that testimony. So I need to get rid of stuff.
Right.
And my husband isn't he's not helping me. He's not supporting me to do that at all.
He's Jamaican. He likes to eat healthy.
No, not
he
healthy.
likes to eat.
Right.
He just
wow.
eats. He likes to eat.
He brings
And
everything.
He said he did not like a skinny wife. He don't want no skinny wife.
Well, I don't have to be skinny, but I need to be in shape. I need to be able to breathe when I go up the steps.
But Mel, you've done it before. You already know what to do.
Shantee, I looked at my journal, but I'm like, I need he doesn't help me with motivation.
You just need a reset.
Yeah.
So how can I reset? What can I do?
Go back to what worked. What worked for you? Sometimes you got to go back to the beginning.
And so when he brings that food in the house, don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Talk to yourself. I am not going to eat this.
So
she cooks too.
This Snicker is not my friend.
Let me tell you what works. And I don't know if you know this, but when you introduce the smoothie cleanse, at the group, and you sent us the recipes and all of that, and so that was the kickstart for me.
Okay.
And so when I did that, because it had a schedule, I need something more strategic, a plan and all that kind of stuff. I like order,
So do you still have that? Do you still have the pamphlet that she sent us?
No.
But I probably said I didn't even do it, y'all. And
that helped me.
I didn't do it. Everybody else did it, but I didn't do it. And I gave it to him to do it. That's a shame.
So I started doing that again. I started doing something.
It's the juice, and you have the juicer. So
but I saw something online, like YouTube, because I couldn't find the pamphlet. So I started doing that.
Okay.
And then he was like, "You losing too much weight, and you gotta stop. No, you gotta eat some cake." Or I need you to leave this house.
No, you just
need somebody to motivate me.
Well, are you still exercising, Mel? Are you walking?
I haven't been exercising. No,
okay.
I haven't. I need to.
And
I haven't because I've been making all excuses, and this is one.
Yeah.
So I haven't because I got sick. I got really sick in January, and I was sick for a very long time. And it was acute upper respiratory something, and just my sinuses. I had cold and all that kind of stuff going through my system, and it still hasn't completely cleared up since this year, January. Wow. So
you need one more moon boosters.
Okay. What is that?
Can we talk about that? Because I know we got the other half of the show, and that's why you're on here, Shantee, to talk about that. I didn't forget. I kept trying to sneak it in.
Yes,
and then she sits. Then also y'all sit so much at your computer, and I do. I'm included. We sit so much. Melanie works overtime, 6-7 days. They're sitting too much. I do too. I have to get up sometimes.
Well, we got to get this.
What about the immune booster? What is that, Shantee?
So the immune booster is something, especially for somebody who's been sick or your immune system is down, you're getting colds, respiratory infections, and things like that. that focuses on the extra vitamin C, where you can't get too much vitamin C. You can ingest vitamin C, but the more you ingest, the more it's going to be excreted out through your urine. But with our immune booster, that actually is going into your veins. So it's actually being absorbed. Okay. Because if you're taking stuff orally, it doesn't necessarily get absorbed 100% of the time. It goes directly into the bloodstream, of course, with the large dose of vitamin C, a large dose of zinc, and it's glutathione, which is what I spoke about the last time, which is a huge antioxidant that I just absolutely love. And it helps to fight against free radicals, that can cause cancer and those things like that. So it's like a really good antioxidant fighter and builder. So that's one of the immune boosters. So it works really good. And then, of course, I think, Mel, didn't you ask me about, did I have something for fibromyalgia or something like
I
that?
think it was Tawanda.
I did. I asked you, right. I
Yeah.
asked you about that.
Did you send it to your okay, did you send it to her, Mel?
Oh,
Yes.
I think she did. Right.
did.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the Myers cocktail. And so the Myers cocktail is named after the late John Myers. He was a doctor here in Maryland, and he would treat people with respiratory infections, sinus, fibromyalgia, all through IV, but used vitamins and things like that to do that. So that's why it's called the Myers cocktail.
Okay.
So that is really good for that too, especially if you've had problems, with any of those things that I mentioned, which is really good.
So how often do you get that? And
so
like
it's
that?
totally up to the individual. As far as the most you can get is twice a week. That's usually it. Some people get it, maybe once every 2 to 3 weeks. It really depends on how you're feeling.
Okay.
But again, like I stated, every individual is different, and some people get it and they're like, "Oh, I'm good," and some people are like, "Oh, I can't wait. I'll get it next month." Or something
You go
like
to your
that.
doctor.
I'm sorry.
How do
Do you have to go through the doctor? No, you go through me. You go through me. So, I like that. Someone put that little thing at the bottom. Somebody so fancy.
Our producer did that.
Oh, I love the producer. Yes. So that's one thing that I am licensed to do as a registered nurse is, IV hydration. So that's the new thing that is literally just sweeping across the country. Is more so prevalent and used on the West Coast, but now it's made its way to the East Coast. And so that's one of the things that I'll be starting to implement on April 1st. I have so many people that are hitting me up like, when can I book? When can I book? I said, not to April 1st. One, just because my website is almost done. Almost done. I'm fighting with PayPal like crazy. Like I'm so upset with them. I'm trying to switch to somebody else now. So it's just a matter of just that one little thing that needs to be done. It's like 95% done. Just with that small thing that.
Will your insurance cover it?
No,
they don't cover anything.
Yeah.
Anything that's dealing with wellness, your insurance doesn't want to do.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what we are. We are a wellness company, not a medical company.
That's so sad. So what time is that?
Yeah, which is sad.
What time is that?
I'm sorry, what time?
Right.
For
the grand opening.
Oh, the grand open. I'm sorry. Looking right at it. So we have 2 sessions. One is at 10 and one is at 12. And they're not gonna last for 2 hours each. It's just that we wanted to split it up because we know some people like to come in the morning and some people want to come in the afternoon. But there are 2 sessions. And we'll be repeating the same exact thing that we did for 10 o'clock. We'll be repeating the same thing for 12. And we'll be running some specials and giving out some gifts. We have some grab bags to give out as well. So it's just a lot that's going to be going on, and you'll be able to ask all the questions and even be able to book your appointment if you choose to. And we'll be offering discounts that day as well.
Wow. So what is the price range for our viewers?
Yes. So that really depends. So we also give injections. Okay. Injections can start probably about $30. We give B12 injections. We give vitamin C injections. We give, what else do we do? Trimune injections. We give zinc injections. We give, we call it lipo, which are fat burner injections. So we have a lot of injections that you can get. And then we also have what's, again, starting off with the different signature blends. We have different signature blends. Our prices start like 165, 170, and that's for the Myers cocktail. That's the most popular and the most strongest signature blend that we have. We also have the immune booster. That's the one that, again, if you've been sick, you have the flu or something like that, or you've just been getting a lot of colds, and especially with COVID and stuff still around, is something that you can do to build your immune system. That's something that I recommend as well before you even travel, which is great, and to get hydrated with that. We also have another one that's for performance. So that's for people who are athletes, and they don't have to be athletes, but people who work out a lot in the gym and they want to be able to work out a little bit longer, be able to lift a little bit heavier without being fatigued. We have shots for that, and we also have IVs for that. We also are doing Ozempic. Some of you are familiar with Ozempic. Those are the shots for people who want to lose weight. It was an anti-diabetic. They're not anti-diabetic, but a diabetic agent. And now they discovered that it's great for losing weight. So we're doing that as well. But that's very pricey. I'm going to be honest with you. That's very pricey. And then we also do what's called an NID, and that's for anti-aging. As we get older, we lose a lot of elasticity in our skin, that mental clarity and the sharpness and alertness. That is something that you can get with the NAD. That's kind of pricey as well. But I hear that it's wonderful results. I hear that people that I've known have used it, they said it's horrible, really, as far as when they're receiving it, that they feel really bad. But they said once you finish, you feel like a brand new person. That is so funny to me. Yeah, that is funny to me because I'm like,
for bone loss. You got something for bone loss?
Well, we don't have anything for bone loss because that would be calcium, and that's dealing with, again, medical. So we really focus on wellness.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
You can get more than one injection at a time.
Well, we always try to stick with one injection. So if you're getting a B12 shot, you can get a B12 shot every single week. But if you want to switch up and say, hey, you know what, I want a B12 shot and I want this, depending on what it is, to make sure that it is compatible, we could do it. But I have to figure out which one you're going to get and what are you getting it for, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because we want to make sure that that you're safe and that everything is compatible. So
you like screen people. They can't just come up in there and say, give me this. But you
no.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
So when you get on my website, it's going to be like a stop, shop, and save. And that's why I really want to make sure that everything is correct on there and everyone can do that. So first thing that you need to do is make an appointment. So you'll be able to book an appointment there, and it'll give you an option of where you want to go. So, or where you would have me to go. So you can go in either one of our 2 suites, one located in Howard County, and then one is located here off of Rolling Road. So that's
okay. Yeah.
Or if you say, you know what, I want you to come to my home. Depending on where it is, as long as it's within a 15-mile radius, I can come, and that's free of charge. But if it's further, it's going to be a fee. So all of those options will be on the website to be able to choose. So in order to book, you have to be able to pay a deposit, and the balance is paid once you receive the service.
And then should we put up the location and information, Tish?
Yeah, I'm trying to put up. That's for the grand opening.
Oh, okay. So with the sciatic nerve, is that more medical or is that wellness?
That's medical.
Medical, okay.
Yeah, that's definitely medical. I have a very good friend and my aunt that are just dealing with sciatica like crazy right now. I don't know. All of a sudden, it seems like it's just been like I've never heard of sciatica as much as I've heard of it now. Like it's very common now. It's become very common.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to figure out like why.
Probably the food.
That's what I contribute everything to is the food. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
And they are in so much pain, which is so sad. In fact, there's 3 people I know very well that have sciatica. And I wish I could help them. I don't know what to do because they've tried
Mhm.
everything, therapy, everything. One person, she needs to lose weight, and they said that it will help if she lost weight. So we're really trying to focus on that with her. But the other two, they're not overweight in any way, but
Wow.
they are dealing with sciatica. Like, it's just horrible. They're just having so many difficulties in that area. So yeah, so I'm on the wellness end. I'm not on the medical end. Even though I'm a registered nurse, I'm still focusing on the wellness part. So it doesn't get you to the medical part.
Right.
So
Okay.
for instance,
That's good.
What about
yeah,
vertigo?
yeah, that's medical.
Medical,
Okay.
That's medical.
mental, and medical.
Yep. That is medical. Because remember, we don't cure and treat. And that's when you get into the medical aspect. We don't cure and treat. We help you to feel your best
That's
of what you
right.
already
Up
have.
front.
Yeah.
And enhance what you already have. So we don't try to cure or treat.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why our
You-
focus is different.
Preventive. That's the best. Preventive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you're getting an immune booster, we're going to prevent you from getting all these other sicknesses and illnesses with colds
Yes.
and a
Yes.
cold and
Bring it. Bring it. I
You
need it
know?
right now. You know that commercial said, I need it
An
now.
ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of
That's the
cure.
thing that we're trying to do. We're trying to prevent you from doing that. And when
Right.
you're even using it to be able to work out a little bit longer, to get stronger, to build up more muscle and things like that. And yeah, so that's what we're really trying to do. And then even though we have what's called a hangover, if you've indulged too much, we have something for that as well, that people can utilize as well to help them kind of get over that hump. And they want to get back to work the next day and they feel really awful. Usually it's because of lack of hydration as well.
Okay.
And so we have something for that. And then we have, on the website, you'll be able to pick and choose, and it'll be like it is a menu there. It's not like, but it's a menu there that you can pick from what you want and your add-ons, what you want to add on. And it tells you specifically what it does. So you won't be wondering like, what is this for? And then the day of the appointment, which is required, you have to fill out a intake form. And that intake form is going to give me information about whether or not you actually are a good candidate for it. So if you have, certain things going on and everything, then it's a possibility, because again, it's always about safe practice for us. If I say, what, this is something that you need to deal with medical, I don't feel comfortable, doing this with you, even though it might be vitamins and things like that. But it's certain things, contraindications that are there. If you have heart disease and if you're on certain medications, all those things play a role, or certain allergies, you may not be able to get a certain infusion. And so I will assess that, and say, hey, I'm seeing this. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm not feeling comfortable giving you this infusion. So go ahead and refund your deposit back. You're not
Isn't that good? Yeah, wellness.
Honest.
Yeah.
She's
What about
honest.
frozen shoulder? What about frozen shoulder? Is that wellness or
Yes. No, that's definitely medical.
medical? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Because frozen shoulder. Yeah. That's orthopedics. That's ortho. Where I used to work at. That's ortho. Yeah. So those are conditions.
I know
Those are conditions that, again, that was there. So I can't treat or cure that.
Yeah.
IV hydration is not going to do that. The certain signature blends that we have is not going to focus on doing that.
Okay.
It's not going to do anything. It would be a waste of money and your time, because it's nothing that we can do for that. That's something that needs to be addressed from an orthopedic surgeon. Usually, because if you have a frozen shoulder, that means that you probably didn't do everything that you needed to do for physical therapy, because you have to get a certain range of motion and things like that when you have surgery. And like, if you can't have a certain range of motion, usually you have to go in and kind of manually like move some stuff, but they will actually put you under anesthesia, because I work on the surgery floor. So they will literally give you some type of anesthesia, and or block, and they will manually manipulate it so they can be able to get that full range of motion of what they're requiring. Because usually when you have that frozen shoulder, it's because of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my dad had frozen shoulder.
Let me ask you something, Shantee, because I know you used to sell, I don't know if you still do it, the detox tea.
Honey.
You still do that?
Oh, absolutely. That's my best friend. Look, I almost overdosed last night when I came back from Jamaica. Detox tea is my friend, honey, for 2017.
Wow.
Tell them about that, because I had to take that. That was the first thing I had to.
Wait a minute, you lost 10 pounds with just the detox tea within the first 7 days?
Get out of here.
Yes, she
Remember
did.
her journal? She was something that she can't read that journal online.
No, she can't. That's a bad bad.
You remember my journal, Shantee?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Why it's so bad, Mel? You can't share with the audience?
Nope, can't share. Cannot.
No, she can't share that with the audience.
That's for her ears and our ears only, not the audience.
Oh, not even my ears. Okay.
You should have been paying attention because she told us about it.
Yes, she did. You weren't paying attention.
Well,
That
I
detox tea, man.
Yes,
Truth.
that works, and it still works.
And it's just one dose.
Oh no!
Oh,
She had to do it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and actually, we did it for a whole month. We did it for a whole month, but the first 2 weeks is twice a day, and then after that, we go to like once a day.
Oh wow!
Yeah, anytime before you change or before you start any type of physical or diet, you really should detox first. It is so important to do that because it really does give your body a good jump start. You need to clean out all that stuff that's been there. Because a lot of times people are stagnant and they may not lose weight. Their metabolism is decreased, but definitely detoxing and getting that all out of you gives your body a good chance to respond to anything that's being done after that. Whether it's changing your diet, whether it's adding physical exercise, it really gives it a jump start. I always recommend that. And that was like a precursor for my program. It still is. You have to detox. I'm going to give it to you right away.
How did we get that?
Oh, you just get it through me.
Okay, we need your website. Is it up? You said it's not up yet?
No, it's not finished.
Well, not that one is not up, but my other one is halfway up. Because I had put it down for a second, but
once
I have
it comes up, can you go onto our page and then put that in there, like post information?
And I should say it is up. You just won't see where you can pay a deposit.
Oh,
I'm fighting with my PayPal right now.
Okay.
To give me my link so you can have on there. So I'm fighting with them because I was trying to link my account. It's been crazy. So now I got to call them.
That is crazy.
So I kind of got Square on the background. Like, you know what? I think I might have to go with them because I need this up by next week. So
you sure do. That's around the corner.
Yes, that's my backup. So that's the only thing that's a hold up. So it's actually live and up. You just can't pay a deposit or anything. You can't do anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's 95% done. That's the only thing that's missing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, y'all need to get that detox.
Yes, that's the go-to. You don't see me posting it on a page?
I didn't see that. I was looking for it.
I always put
one.
You
said, what is it?
I saw the one you had on before.
Oh yeah. I always have my detox tea. It's so funny because I can never keep it. I have such regular clients that have been using it for years, and I rarely keep it. I mean, I ship it to people, not whereas well they do the packets for that. But I literally, it's hard for me to keep it in stock because people always want it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to get some of that too.
Yes.
Got that on my list.
So what is your website? What's the name of your website so we can?
So my website, let me see. I wish I could just.
I tried to find it and I couldn't find it on.
I'm going to send it to Mel right now. Mel can kind of put it out there because I don't know how.
Mel, put it on a chat. Shantee, do you see the chat?
But see, I see the chat, but see, I don't know how to do it because it's on my phone.
Oh no, I'm saying the chat for for StreamYard. It says private chat. Do you see something that says private chat on your laptop?
I do, but what I'm saying is the link that I have, because I'm using my phone. You see what I'm saying? I would have to log out and go to my if let me see if you guys will you guys still be on here if I go on my
just open up another page. Oh, it's 7
Right.
o'clock. So thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Love you guys.
Episode of Chilling with the Girls. We gotta get her back, y'all. We never finished. Like, this is crazy. And if y'all have any questions, post them on our page, and she'll be sure we'll send them to her so she can answer them for you. But thank you so much again for coming on. We really, really enjoyed you as always.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's been a great pleasure, ladies. I feel like I'm a part of the girls now.
You are. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends if they interested in wellness. We got the grand opening April the 1st. The address getting ready to come up. The Wellness Center at 12800 Frederick Road, Howard County, Maryland. The grand opening is April the 1st. That's on a Saturday. 2 sessions, 10 o'clock. And another one at 12 o'clock. All right. Hope to see y'all there. Take care. Love you guys.
Love you guys.